This tells me how many homes are selling per month and what the market is. Now you have to go and you have to say to the seller, okay, how many showings can we expect? Right? We got to let them know that. And I get in there. I try here. Home dashboard. Don't worry about that right now. You'll get it. So I'm going to go to my showing time tool, which is where you book showings, but also it has amazing reports. So bottom left corner in showing time, it's reports. So bottom left, bottom, and we're going to go to target market analysis. So you can go as far back as 90 days. Okay, we go back as far back as 90 days. Right now, I just want to go back 30 days because I want the seller, when they're going on the market, to know what to expect because I'm managing expectations. Now, we saw a house that was $795, and we know we're better than that. Can we all agree to that? Granted, it's not selling. Woo! All right, so you go to reports.
Oh, we went into showing time itself, not
Yep.
in the matrix.
Nope, I'm in showing time. Yeah, you got to go into showing time. Yep. So I'm going to show, I went to reports, then I went to the very, very last one, and I'm going to do price range of 750. And then I'm going to go to 1 million. Now, why would I go to 1 million? Always want to make sure you show the seller you're not giving away their house. Because if I only put 850 or 900,000, they always assume like, well, there's an outlier. Like, where is it? So I always give them a big range. And I'm going to do increments. In this case of 10,000, you can do, oh, I got too many products. So I'm going to do 25,000. And then you can do it by, depending on how much the neighborhood's selling, you can do it by neighborhood. If there's enough in a neighborhood, or you can do it by zip code. The only thing you can't do here is you can't do the radius search I did of 5 miles. You can't do that. So in this case, I'm going to use Summerfield 27358, which is where the house is. So anything in 27358, you can do subdivisions, you can do cities. I could do Summerfield. I could say the word Summerfield. I like zip codes because, again, there's places that around Summit, other places by cities that might still be in this zip code. Also, this income. Just I like zip code over cities, but because like Greensboro could be a bunch of zip codes. I don't like that. I'm trying to keep it just within an area. But I'm doing the last 30 days, and I'm doing zip code of 27358. I'm doing between 750 and 1 million, increments of 25,000. I'm doing any bedrooms. Now I can make it 4, only 4 plus bedrooms. And now here comes the report for my seller. And this is awesome. And let me see if I can make this bigger for you guys. Sorry. You guys see it? Okay. All right, good. So between, and this is for the month, in this price range, not property, in this price range, there were 8 total showings. And 1.2, less than 2 showings a week. And in 30 days, only 2.67 showings per listing. That's low. That's low, right? 3 showings in a month. Do you think that's important for a seller to know? Because they're thinking, I'm expecting 5, 10, 20. And you go, so here's something again. I'm going to switch hats on our team. So our team sends this report out and then lets the seller know, by the way, you got 8 showings. We told you you should expect 3. We tell them we got you 8, not 3. Why do we tell them that? They know it's not marketing. We've already told them it ain't marketing. I got you 5 more showings than the market says I'm going to get you. Remember, you control condition. We control marketing. We're beating expectation. Buyers decide what they're going to pay. So, geez, if I've got you 8 showings and the market says I'm only supposed to get you 3 and nobody's bought your house, what does that tell us we need to do? What do we need to fix? Price or condition? One or the other. You choose. Do you want to put in new carpet that you didn't want to put in because you didn't want to deal with it? Do you want to paint? Do you want to declutter? Do you want to clean? Or do you want to just drop the price? Because it's not marketing. We did our job. That makes sense? For a management of the sellers. So let's look at the where we ended up with them at 850 to 874. They were expecting 6.5 showings in a month. On a month on the market, we've gotten them 8. Right? But still no offers. Okay. And sometimes you'll have zeros because there's nothing in that price range. Okay. But then,
why no offers?
Why no offers? Because buyers didn't see value. I mean,
you can see that on here.
No.
Okay.
Like I've got no offers because it's my listing. Like we've had.
This is your thing about your talking.
Yeah, talking about sales. Like we got an 8, expected 6.
No offers.
No offers. Right. Another nice thing about about this report is it also, because we've been on the market, we've been on the market 27 days. It was really easy to go send them this one that came on the market 8 days ago. It was really easy to send them this one that came on the market 21 days ago after they went on the market 12 days ago. Thank you. This is helping me. Right? So now I can send them, well, here's the 3 new houses on the market. Now, interestingly enough, I can also, just from this one report, I can go pull due diligence, which I did this yesterday. And you can go see, right? Since we went on the market, this one went under contract right after we went on the market. You see the marketing date. This one went under contract. Now, if you go look at this one, we're not competing with that property. We bought that. But do you see anything that's sold or went under contract? And the answer is no, that we compete with. Right? Nothing. So do we drop price or do we wait? What do you think the answer is? Maybe. Because of the seller. What's their motivation? We haven't missed a buyer.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said that this one's not competition because it just.
Well, good. If you go look at this one, it was 709.
Okay.
And if you go look at this one, it's about 4,200 square feet, not the same fit and finish. It was like a DR Horton special. This one, if you go look at it, is a much more luxury listing at 1.1 million. And if you go look at all the things, so you show them these and go, do you really think the buyer that was looking at this is looking at us? The answer is going to be no. Do you think the buyer that was looking at this was looking at us? The answer is going to be no. They're different lifestyles. They're different lifestyles.
This is a wide.
Yeah, this is the broad thing. So, because when they see something sold in their neighborhood or sold near them, right, they can go, hey, wait, somebody sold something. No, we didn't miss anything. Nobody bought something else. But this report also helps you because if somebody did go under contract at 850 or 899, I could just show it to them and go, they chose that over you. And imagine to the high I, how I say that to a I or a D. We're wasting time to a D. To a high I say somebody else, that they rejected you and you pick somebody else. Like it hurts their feelings. They won't want to make changes. The C, the data. So I use this in how I present this. That's something else. But I mean, how I present this, and you're already hearing me fluctuate between 4 different ways of saying the same report. I can't help it. But you see how powerful these 2 pieces of information that you can pull in less than 10 minutes is to arm you with manage the expectations of the sellers of what they can expect when they go in the market. I don't want to break their hearts, and I want the most money possible. But this is telling me, like, wow, this is what we can expect. And we had the past 30 days. So I just pulled this report and sent it to my sellers because I tell them every 21 days, we're going to look at price and see if we're missing something or we need to make changes. And my answer was, if you want this done, we need to make changes. Any questions on how to pull this report and what it says? To me, the CMA and pulling the 4 or 5 properties is absolutely secondary. It used to be all I needed was a CMA, pick 4 or 5 houses. It was going to go as long as you price it competitively. That is not the market we're in right now.
So what was the subject property? price
Uh,
right now?
850.
So and I might be just reading this wrong. If you dropped it to 800,
Mm-hmm.
you would expect less showings.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because whatever was in that price range we can look at, people didn't like.
Okay.
So it's not saying that,
You get
that
less listings. It's just saying that.
yeah, or it went under contract or something. Like
it
so,
might just be overpriced. than what
Right.
They actually are.
right now again, there was nothing in the 825 to 849 range, right? So I can't give them an expectation of that right now. Okay. But this helped us price it. Because I told them they could price it between 850 and 875. Right. Or I didn't tell them anything. I was like,
Right.
they wanted to go like 950.
Right. Well, so, and I guess you don't show them this chart, do you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because if I look at this, it just seems like it would be like, well, if I price it at 975, then I would get more showings.
Ah, great. Let's go look at what 975 gets you. Now you go back
So then you
to
compare it.
this.
Is this what we have?
Now we go back to this. Sorry. And I go to the 950, 975 houses and I go, well, do you beat that? And they go,
And that's going on condition.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let me show you what 975 gets you. So yes, but there's also a lot more houses in that range for sale. Because guess where custom builders make their money? Right now, it's between 900 and 1.3 million.
All the big houses.
All the big ones. So it's a bloodbath up in that range.
Yeah.
Right? But we look at
That
it.
makes sense.
So no, it's exactly right. Like, well, I want to price up there. Well, that's where more competition is, and that's where more showings are. Okay. And I can hone it in. I can make the report tighter.
Right.
I mean, if
You're like leading them to make their own decision.
we're giving them data.
Yeah.
And then they pick what they
With a
want to
frame
do.
on it.
Right? Yeah. Oh, we're picking the data. So let me do this. I'm going to change the, I'm going to go price.
Do you save those searches like
Oh yeah.
on your profile?
Yeah, we save them as cards and I'll show you. Yep. We save, and we save, and we, no, yeah. And we save them for the property. So that's called carts. So I make a cart of all that. Yep. Or in this case, I did this last night and I knew I'd be showing you guys this morning. So it's just under recent searches because I've already got one saved from a month ago. So I'm going to go just 750 to 950. Now I dropped to 26 houses, but now I'm really tightening up. And I'll do the same thing. I'm going to select all and I'm going to print and we're going to do absorption rate really, really tight, a bit tighter and see what we get. And so again, 8 sold, 5 sold, 1 a month, and now I'm up to 9.
Supplies too.
So it's still telling me the same thing.
Right.
Isn't that interesting? No, that's important to know.
Wow, that's fast.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. And the news is always 6 months behind us.
Yeah.
Frankly, pat ourselves on the back. One of the things that one of the reasons I love what I do is, as the team owner, I go out 3 and 4 times a year to other markets, to other training, to other things, to know what's coming. Because the great news here is, the great news about being in Greensboro, we're a 3rd-tier market. Things hit other places 3 to 6 months before us. And all I do is I know that. So I go and see what's happening there and know what's coming. And then I bring technology that's 6 months old that everybody else has tweaked. Really? Like, let them mess it up. We're 3rd tier. Doesn't happen here first. And it never happens as big or as bad, good or bad, as it does in other parts of the country. I love that. I mean, I'm risk averse, so like I'll be in Scottsdale in October and we do when we had this company called Ribbon. So when everybody was losing multiple offers in 2020, 2021, we were doing cash offers with our buyers. By the time they got to market centers with it, we were already out of it. Like I always will go find the things, and the news is always 6 months behind us. So no, we're in a seller's market. It was like, no, we're not. Zillow is wrong. Sorry, this is to the minute.
Right.
And I said I didn't have to use this until January. I hit February and I was like, that's interesting. That didn't go under contract. Well, that's interesting. That didn't go under contract. The minute it's like 2 or 3 start not happening like they were, seek to understand what's happening. Because you don't know what happened until, and it always happens suddenly. Now, could this turn around when tariffs calm down and everything calm down and get their heads? Sure. But not right now. That's the 2 reports. All right. Any questions?
Sorry.
Nope.
I'm looking at showing time
Mhm.
and just doing Summerfield. That property is a farm, it's Summerfield.
Yep.
So it's showing in this printout days on market 14.
Wait a minute. Are you in showing time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not showing time. That's info sparks.
Oh, it was first. Okay, sorry. So
It's
what's
okay.
the difference between info sparks? So we shouldn't use info sparks.
So I don't use info sparks because it's pulling all this other data. I care about month supply and what's selling. Because this isn't days on market.
Amen.
I do. I'm trying to get the seller to see like how many things are selling, how many showings I'm getting. There's a market. When I can go pull that information. I don't pull
Yeah,
through those
so
markets.
stay out of it.
Well, not necessarily, but did you pull the price range of
No,
that?
I do impression.
Right, you just
Okay.
did, and now you're including all new construction. It's too nebulous.
Got you. Okay.
That's everything in Summerfield. Well, there are certain pockets of Summerfield. That's the reason I'm pulling this is like I'm trying to get your house sold in that category. What's the absorption rate? So my $200,000 houses near the Corey Center, do you think they're gonna have the same absorption rate? No. Realize I'm trying to do that area. You're doing all of Summerfield. All of Summerfield is great. But in this price range,
Got it.
there's a lot of competition, a lot of new construction, and it's a bloodbath.
I noticed, so like if these are much smaller numbers
Mm-hmm.
for like the number of comparables,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like that obviously just sold in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
So would you want to make it broader?
that's what I did originally.
Oh, this is just, okay.
I made this one shorter. I did 750, 950, just to show you like I can go
Really,
that low. I don't recommend
There's
it,
just not that many.
but I still get the same end result.
Right.
I went from a seller's market to a buyer's market like that.
So why is this because people still think it's a seller's market? Why that price is higher than?
Yeah. So this part, frankly, I don't trust as much.
Okay. Because that seems weird that price would be more.
No, it's how prices are stacking because
Right.
people think they're in a seller's market.
Right.
So they're overpricing properties. So, all right, here's a fun stat. Okay. Everybody says that the market's awful. Why? Because Zillow and the national news says this one stat, which is irrelevant. They say 31% of properties had a price reduction. So that means, the market's awful. No, people overprice their houses. They just overprice their houses thinking we're still in the seller's market. That's it. But that's not the stat they say, like, homes aren't selling. Everybody's been doing price reductions. Well, everybody overpriced their houses. They think this April is last April. And we're not playing that game. I need happy sellers. They got places to go. They have houses to put under contract. They're trying to contingencies and all these things. So they need to know the game we're playing. That's it. And then they decide how aggressive they want to be or not. I'm meeting a guy Friday. He wants to sell his house for $500,000, and I'm like, nothing. 2 years ago, he paid $280,000. He's like, but I did $100,000 worth of work to it. By the way, all the wrong work. I mean, he put in like, He's from Syria, so he put in all this tile, took out hardwoods. Like he did the exact opposite of what we're supposed to do. So I got to go in and look at that guy and be like, you did it for you, right? You didn't do it for resale. But I spent all this money and I go, yep, you did. You did. And do you want to get to Syria or not? Do you want to move back home or not? Because help me. I don't see it. How can I sell your house for 500 grand? I know that's what you want. That's it. It's like, I'm not telling them you can't do it. I'm like, what if I can't? This is the,
Does this dictate how you call people? Like when you're trying to lead prospect? So
no. All right. I'm going to stop this recording. Right. Because we're in a different thing. Everybody good with that? We're good. We got it.
I had a question first.
Yep.
So if we are in a buyer's market, why as